Hey Bayek, it's me Ian, and in today's video I'm continuing my look at classic Doctor Who, the third and the fourth Doctors, the golden age of Doctor Who. And this is The Androids of Tara from 1978. This is the fourth story in the Key to Time series of the 16th season. Previously, we'd had Stones of Blood, and the next one will be The Power of Kroll. Now, this was transmitted on the 25th of November to the 16th of December 1978. And it's written by David Fisher. It was inspired by The Prisoner of Zenda by Anthony Hope, a novel from 1894. Previously, he'd written the Stones of Blood, 1978, of course, previous one. Also, he writes The Creature from the Pit, 1979, and also The Leisure Hive, 1980, Fourth Doctor stories, of course. Now, it's directed by Michael Hayes, who directs The Armageddon Factor, 1979, and of course the classic City of Death, 1979, which is considered one of the great all-time stories from Doctor Who. Now, we've got the script editor is Anthony Reid, as always, in this, and we've got the producer in Graham Williams. Yes, it's that era. This is their era. And we've got music, as usual, by Dudley Simpson. The cast is headed by Tom Baker as the fourth Doctor. Then we've got Mary Tam as Romana. Then we've got John Leeson as the voice of K9. Right, then we've got Neville Jason, who plays Prince Reinhardt. He was in From Russia with Love, 1963. Also, The Duelists, 1977, which is a Ridley Scott film. Brilliant film, that. And he was in lots of TV films and series. Then we've got Peter Jeffrey. Now, this is an amazing actor. He plays Count Grendel. He was previously in Macra Terror, 1967. Also, The Sea Devils, 1972. Films that is in, wow. Beckett, 1964. If, 1968. Brilliant. I love If. Anne of 1,000 Days, 1969. Countess Dracula, 1971, a Hammer film. Oh, yes, brilliant. Then he was in The Abominable Dr. Fives, 1971, and Dr. Fives Rise Again, 1972. Brilliant film starring Vincent Price. He was in Oh Lucky Man, 1973. He was in The Odessa File, 1974. Midnight Express, wow, 1978. And Britannia Hospital, 1982. What a collection of film. And also he's a familiar face on TV as well. TV series as wow. Films, what wonderful actor. Then we've got Simon Lack, who plays Zadek. He was in The Mind of Evil, 1971. Now, in terms of film, he was in Trog, 1970, which is the notorious film made by Joan Crawford, the last of her career. And then he was in lots of TV series and films. Then we've got Paul Lavers, who plays Farah. He was a presenter, really, on Anglia Television, and also QVC, Shopping Channel. Wow. Was he involved in all that as a presenter? Then we've got Lois Baxter as Lamia, who was in lots of TV series and TV films. And then we've got Cyril Sharps, who played the Arch Meanderdrite. Try saying that. Arch Meanderdrite. Yes. Previously been in Tomb of the Cybermen, 1967, The Ambassadors of Death, 1970, and Planet of the Spiders, 1974. What a great selection of films there. And then he was another face who does TV series, all that kind of thing. So, that is the cast. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to talk about what the actual story is. One thing, just before I go on about them, the location is very good. Apparently, they did a week, and it shows at Leeds Castle in Kent. It should be in Yorkshire, but it's not. That's why I thought. It's in Kent. Anyhow, they did a whole week shooting it, and it's brilliant. It really, as usual with Doctor Who, the location, they really do a good job. It really enhances the whole direction, everything about it. And there it is on this story. Okay, so I just went off there, as I do. Now, what is this about? Well, it's because Doctor and Romana land on the planet of Tara to get the fourth segment, because that's where they've been directed for the key to time, which they need. Now, this is a sort of a feudal society, but they have sort of electronic weapons and androids. So you've got a contrast technology with a feudal society. And the baddie, who is Count Grendel, now he is plotting to become the king of Tara, and therefore he has to remove the rightful one, and that's what it all involves. And the use of androids, it's always in the plot. It's brilliantly put together. Actually, the androids look really good as well when they remove the heads. The actors obviously play them, but then when they remove the head bit, you see their faces. It's a good bit of BBC Doctor Who budget special effects there. And they do that with the doubles, of course, with the cameras. And of course, what makes this story interesting is because that Romana just happens to be a double of the Princess Stella. So that gives her an opportunity, Maritime, to play an android. She can plays herself, obviously, and she can play the Princess Stella as well. Hey, I think she loved it. She said it was one of her favourite stories. I really like Maritime. I think she's really good. You kind of miss her and wish she had have done more Doctor Who than this one series. She's very good. Sadly, no longer with us either. So that is the story, and I think it's just so an enjoyable story, and it looks good as well. I think that is a very important part. This story really looks good. The acting's good. The idea's good. The android, you can't go wrong. And Tom Baker is Tom Baker. Some brilliant Tom Baker stuff as well. There's a lot of his usual comedy is there now because he's really putting that there. But it's kept in check, I think, in this, and it works well. It's not over the top. It's very good. If you've not seen this story, you should be watching the whole stories together. It is one of the highlights, I think, of this old Key to the Time series. It's just so enjoyable. You can't help but enjoy it, the whole thing. And these actors, these brilliant actors are really going for it. And to get quality actors who wanted to appear on the show, like Peter Jeffrey, says a lot about Doctor Who. All actors wanted to go on because they could go on and give a over-the-top performance, really get it out there. You can't beat it, can you? Absolutely love it. So, I just think it's a great story, and what can I say? Now it was released on VHS in 1995, and a DVD release came in the Key to Time box set, 2007. So far, there's no Blu-ray yet in the Doctor Who collection series, but that will come. So it will be good to have it in that. But it's great. And before I go, I'll just show you this. There it is, the DVD. And some nice extras again on here. Oh yeah, then the disc is interesting. Look at the colour disc. Yeah, nice disc, stands out there. And then, as usual, the lovely little leaflet that you get just gives you a little bit of information on there. It's always nice to have that. I do love this DVD series. You know, I really treasure them because, you know, buying, getting every single one of them. I wouldn't get rid of them at all. I absolutely love them. And that's it, I think. Yes, that's it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and let you know when I put out the videos. And if you want to see previous reviews, look in Doctor Who, and you'll see all the reviews I've done so far. Hopefully you might enjoy them. But you'll see also I do films and TV series. So have a look there if there's anything that might interest you. And if you like this particular video, please if you give it a like, it gets it out onto YouTube, and hopefully other people might enjoy it. And also, if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I always answer all your comments. And that's it. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.